the contributions each of you make in our lives, for the fruits of your labors that we enjoy on our dinner table, and for the contributions you make to the quality of life in this state.
Our hospitals want to show their support for you by supporting the local economy as well, which is why our Buy Local program is so important to us.
I assume they're all the same.
So you're a brand new person to the area, and you're out on your farm, and you get up in the morning to feed your 2 horses, and it's 14 below on your temperature gauge there, and so you go right to town, and you go into the cafe, because you can't wait to brag to everybody and say it was 14 below, and you walk into the cafe, and down there at the end of the counter is an old-timer who's been in there for 30 years and all morning, and he looks up at you and he says, "So, is it cold out by you?" All right, that's a trap. Because the key about bragging about the cold is never go first. Because the new person, of course, will go, "Yeah, it was 14 below. And the old timer will go, "Yeah, well, it was 16 below by us." He'll always beat you by 2 degrees. And then he'll say, "Yeah, and that was on the milk house thermometer, which always reads a couple of degrees high." And we just know things about the cold that people out there don't. Well, one thing, I always start with the basics, and pardon me, this is, the first line here is a little bit crude, but it's nothing none of us have ever heard before. I tell them, you know, everybody around here knows the old rule, don't eat the yellow snow. Really shouldn't have to explain that. But then I tell them, don't eat the green snow neither, because that's antifreeze. Yeah, that'll kill you, all right? They'll find you in the snowbank, you'll be dead but flexible. And I take it a step further too and tell them, don't eat the maroon snow, because that's hydraulic fluid, and that stuff will shoot right through you. It's like, what do you want to know how I know that? And I tell them too, around here, if we see a guy drinking every can of beer in a 24-pack of Liney's in one sitting, we don't see a guy with a drinking problem. We see a guy who's going to take that carton, stomp it flat, and zip tie it to the grill of his pickup truck. That's just defroster enhancement is all that is right there. And the last thing I tell these folks, most of this talk occurred in San Francisco. I said, if you're in a Walmart parking lot in Wisconsin in January, and somebody comes up to you and says, "Can you jump me?" Don't get your hopes up. That is a temperature situation, that's a dead battery situation, not a speed dating situation. So, anyway, I do what I can. My brother's coming out here.
Yeah, you got